introduced herself so far, didn't she? This is Paimon's best friend, the Traveler.
Good to meet you. I'm Alosha. Most travelers find the Snezhnayan climate to be a shock to the system at first. But as long as you keep yourself warm, you should be fine. Still, you should keep an eye on your condition. When people are too quick to dismiss a cold, it can easily end up turning into something more serious.
Don't say that! Paimon's too young for chronic health issues.
They aren't in town right now, and they won't be back anytime soon. The train station has been closed ever since these power shortages began. I do a lot of hunting, so I spend most of my time exposed to the elements. But even the animals wouldn't survive long in a storm like this, let alone a hunter. Nothing to do but sit tight in town until the weather improves. I get that you're in a hurry, but even if the station were open, that doesn't mean there'd be any trains. We could end up stuck here for a long time, I'm afraid. What? Your own train? Wait, hold on. That train? The one that suddenly fell out of the sky and crash-landed on the ice?
Oh, we got lucky and found it in a cave. Oh, then our luck ran out and we had a little accident.
Pretty crazy for a random find in the mountains. Well, as long as your train's good to roll, you might get to Snezhnagrad after all. I've been doing some digging recently. Turns out, the real reason for the current energy crisis in Stratomeros is that some of the supply is being seized for a private stockpile. But to expose what's going on, I need to catch them in the act. So, I'm heading off to catch a rabbit.
Huh? Wait, a rabbit stole the crystal?
It's a figure of speech. Shishkin, Mr. Positive Attitude, let's all get along now, shall we?
Him? Really? Paimon never would have guessed.
Huh? You're coming with?
Oh, okay then. Just give Paimon a second to get ready. All right. Guess there's no point pushing myself. Paimon will stay here and hold the fort then. Be careful, you two.
Oh yeah, there's one more introduction to do. Tagarin, get in here.
Oh, a doggy. Angry doggy. Oh, Tugarin doesn't like being petted then.
He likes to think he's above that kind of thing. He's my hunting partner, so he'll be joining us when we head out. Carrots aside, we'll need to stay completely undetected. We can't risk spooking our rabbit, or there's no telling which burrow he'll scurry back into. First, we need to find a way into the train station and see if we can find any real freight data. Shishkin's figures can't be trusted. Then, we get Tugarin to catch a scent and find out which way the crystal went. What are you eating?
Oh, check it out. When you're all out of carrots, try jerky. Good doggy. Good doggy.
A fellow dog lover, huh?
Yep. And rabbit lover. Carrots are great too, you know.
Good to know. Eat up, Tugarin. We got a lot of work to do. Wait. Nice work, Tagarin. Come on, we'll go around. This way. We'll enter from the upper floor. There we go. A freight list. Straight from the Fatui. So Shishkin won't have had the chance to doctor the figures. Looks as new as the day it was printed. I guess no one bothers reading these unless they have ulterior motives. Yeah, this is all we need. Come on, let's get out of here, then go track down the Crystal. Tugarin's a keen hunter, and catching rabbits is his specialty. But if he picks up the scent of Crystal somewhere and there's no stove around, that's how we know something's up. This must be the rabbit's warren. Good job, boy. Sure enough, there's a tunnel. You stay here and keep watch. I'm gonna take a look inside.
Thanks for looking out for us. Things are getting tougher by the day.
No need to thank me, it's my pleasure. Sure as Her Majesty the Tsaritsa watching over us, every sacrifice will be worthwhile. Let's grit our teeth until the blizzard passes. These days of hardship will be over soon.
Maybe for everyone else, Liaison Shishkin, but for you, the hard times have only just begun.
Who are you? What's the matter?
I just had a question for you. Why, when times are as tough as this, would someone hoard more Kresnik Crystal than they could ever use? All the crates here are from the most recent shipment, but they weren't brought here for sale. Instead, they were secretly stashed away. Would you be able to shed any light on the situation, Mr. Shishkin?
Me? Why, I have no idea. But look at how much there is. It's quite a godsend. Now there will be plenty to go around.
This godsend was found in a cellar adjacent to your residence following a tip from Mr. Alosha. And this is only a fraction of what we found down there. We're still taking a full inventory. The official figures will be finalized shortly. I've always been grateful for your efforts to mediate between us and the townspeople of Sretomaros. But now, Mr. Shishkin, it appears you were the source of the conflict all along.
How could you do this to us?
We trusted you to have our backs. You've been lying to us this whole time?
Hey, I owe you all an apology. I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. This isn't who I am. Please believe me, this was a one-time mistake that I will never repeat. We all know how difficult life has been since Project Stuja came into force. Energy is an increasingly scarce resource. People everywhere are getting desperate. But some places have been hit harder than others. I grew up in Alatir, a small village with no train station. Deliveries of Kresnik Crystal have ceased there entirely. If nothing is done, they're all going to freeze to death. You know as well as I do how downright impossible it is to buy Crystal these days. The thought of my poor mother and father, with no one to help them, I felt so afraid. I watched as energy grew scarcer by the week, all the while knowing that their lives were at risk. Then one day, I looked at the Crystal shipment in front of me, and a terrible, selfish thought entered my mind. Looks like I'm just not cut out to be a criminal. I'm so sorry. Once the Fatui have finished their count, you'll see that the numbers match their waybill. I have the official Snezhnayan quotas here. Anyone who has already purchased energy, please make your way over here to correct your transactions. I'll make a batch purchase of Crystal worth 3 months' salary for you all to use free of charge. As for Alatir, I'll think of something else.
You don't have to go that far.
Yeah, owning up to your mistake is enough for me. You've done plenty of good for the community in the past. I'm not looking for a handout.
Drop the act. You claim this was a one-time mistake, but the real reason there's only one shipment's worth of stolen Crystal in your basement is that you have an accomplice.
Reporting in, sir. We've conducted a full search of the mayor's house. As expected, we found many crates full of Crystal, half of which were still in their original shipping containers.
This wasn't your first time at all. You've been colluding with the mayor of Sretomaros for a long time now. The train station's currently out of service, but it does open for a short window every time there's an energy delivery. And every time a train pulls in, you're there on site to take inventory and oversee the workers unloading the cargo. The mayor handpicks said workers. Per his instructions, they transport the Crystal by tunnel at night to the mayor's house, and he sells it out of town. But since he can't get the goods out of town by train, he had to arrange an alternative method of transportation. This meant slower sales, which gave me plenty of opportunity to catch him in the act.
Wait, the mayor's involved in this too?
Preposterous. What proof do you have of any of this?
Basic math. I've spent a lot of time lately counting carriages as the snowstorm rages.
Counting carriages? What?
The energy consumed by a train depends on its total weight. And since energy is a limited resource right now, it's fair to assume that every carriage is packed full. So, if we take the energy required for the Kresnik's torch, add the sales figures you provided, then compare that figure to the train's theoretical cargo capacity, guess what? The numbers never match. It's always off by 1 or 2 carriages worth. This time, you set a new record. 3 carriages missing.
You mean to tell me that you sat around outside, counting carriages, in this weather?
I'm a hunter. I have 2 options. Hunt or starve.
Well, I've heard enough. The evidence speaks for itself. Take Shishkin and the mayor into custody and escort them back to Snezhnograd.
You cocky little brat, ruining my business. Just you wait.
Yeah, something felt off, so I just followed my gut. Math isn't my strong suit, though. I'm lucky my dad made me learn enough to get by, but all this number crunching was a million times harder than the aim and fire work I'm used to.
Thank you for your assistance. You're a brave lad. Shishkin was quite the cunning criminal, as I'm sure you can tell. He did all of this right under our noses, and we never suspected a thing.
A wolf in sheep's clothing. He had everyone fooled.
Even with that sob story he fed us. He was probably trying to keep the mayor out of it, not just mask his own motives. Without the compelling case he put together, even I might have fallen for it. Alosha, was it? Tell me, are you really a hunter?
We can go find some wild animals if you want. I'll fire off a couple of shots, and you'll see whether I'm the real deal.
I didn't mean to cast suspicion on your identity. It's just... well, I'm sure you've heard of the Rokot. Recently, they've been recruiting people with your kind of talent. They hide in plain sight under false identities, working against Project Stusha, sometimes directly opposing the Tsaritsa herself. They aren't a violent organization, and their goal is to improve the lives of the common folk. But still, as a member of the Fatui, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't keep tabs on them.
First I've heard of this. I don't really keep up with what goes on in the city. All I know is, people who don't mind their own business in the city end up paranoid about everything. As for me, I just couldn't stand Shishkin. I'm from Alatir myself, and I can tell you, nobody's lived there in years. Why would an abandoned village need Crystal? Of course, no one really cares about the fate of that place. I'm guessing today is the first you've heard of it.
I see. It does sound quite tragic. Really. Well, thanks again for your assistance, and your friend here too. I will report this incident to Snezhnograd. The Fatui will take over energy distribution until new officials are appointed. We'll also ensure that the train station resumes normal service as soon as possible. Looks like it's my turn to brush up on math now. I never liked it as a kid either.
Don't mention it. Isn't the soldier overseeing the delivery supposed to verify the quantity of the goods? Was he just careless? Or was he being paid off too? Excuse me. I'll take a share of Kresnik Crystal too. Thanks. I need to take a detour before we head back. There's someone I have to deliver this crystal to. Hang tight for a moment. This old lady, she doesn't really know who's who anymore.
Oh, grandson. It's so cold today.
Ma'am, it's me, Alosha.
Alosha? Alosha who?
You know me. I came by earlier today. Cleaned the ashes out of your stove, gave you some warmer bedding, and washed your back.
I'm sorry. Now, how often do I get to see my grandson? Hmm? Come on, take a seat and relax while I fix you something to eat.
It's okay. You just rest. I'm fine.
Oh, you. It's nice to come and visit your old granny once in a while, isn't it? Sretomaros's a good town. All sorts of things to do and people to meet. And sit down. Come on, take a seat. I still have some fruit left. Let me get it for you.
Please, don't get up on my account. You need to rest. Where's the fruit?
Right under the basket by the door. Or maybe it was on the bedside cabinet. Well, grandson dear, do you like it?
Very much, ma'am. It's delicious.
Good. Wonderful.
You don't need to save any more for me next time, all right? Fresh fruit is hard to come by at the moment. You should eat it as soon as you get it.
Oh, I don't need it. I'm fine. But if you like it, come back for some more soon.
Some kind soul must have given these to her. But she always saves the nicer things for special occasions. I met her at the market back before her health began declining. She was a lovely old lady. We're from the same hometown. Not many people have heard of Alatir. And if they have, it's usually for all the wrong reasons. There's a gang of highwaymen that came from there. Now that it's an abandoned village, it's rare to find anyone who shares fond memories of our hometown. So after we got talking and realized we were from the same place, we decided to keep in touch by letter. I first learned of Sretomaros's energy supply problems from a passing comment in one of her letters. Then, after her health went downhill, I started visiting more often to check in on her. The town's been in decline for a while now, but because of her memory problems, she thinks of it as the bustling, prosperous Sretomaros still in its heyday. That said, I kinda appreciate her optimism. There's not much of it going around in this world of ice and snow. It's fine. Everyone grows old. In Snezhnaya, some people believe that in your final moments, you'll sense a familiar presence by your side. You turn to look at them, but their face is blurry. So you focus hard, trying to make out who it is. And when you finally see their face, the Grim Reaper reaches out and takes your life. She still calls me grandson, though. So at least I'm not a blurry face in her world just yet. Come on, let's get back and see how Paimon's doing.
Paimon, we're back. Are you feeling any better?
Yep. Paimon's not cold anymore, but she's still a little dizzy. Flying probably isn't a good idea right now. Paimon might lose her balance. But Paimon's sure she'll be fine. It's probably just from getting hit on the head by that pile of snow when we first arrived in Snezhnaya.
Her complexion's looking much better. Let's keep an eye on her.
Sure, but enough about that. How did everything go on your end? Are you all set? Did you have any trouble?
I'll explain. It's,
Jeez, you guys got pretty busy. Sounds like the liaison officer and the mayor were running quite an operation. Good riddance to both of them. It's a good thing you managed to catch them. So, you said the train station will open again soon, right? And everyone has enough crystal now?
yeah. Well, enough to survive at least. Project Stuja isn't going away anytime soon. People will still have to scrimp and save to make ends meet. Don't know. The goal of Project Stuja is to gather energy for the Tsaritsa, but no one knows where that energy's going. It's never been made public. The thing is, we were told that the project would only last for 6 months, but time and time again, they keep extending it.
Extending it? Does that mean the Tsaritsa's plan isn't going very smoothly?
That's what everyone suspects. In principle, any proposed extension needs to pass by majority vote in the Snezhnograd Veche. But even though opposition has been growing, any detractors end up caving into political pressure from the rooster, Pulcinella. He's the chair of the Snezhnograd Veche and a key figure in the voting process. He has the backing of many powerful and influential people.
How come the Fatui are picking on ordinary people even here in Snezhnaya?
I don't see it like that. Fundamentally, the Fatui will always think and act in the Tsaritsa's interests. But that doesn't mean they don't care about the plight of the common folk. The only reason Sratomro still receives crystal shipments is because of a relief proposal put forward by the rooster himself. Then there's the Fatui soldiers providing support in every corner of the nation. Even the Northland Bank provided some mora for disaster relief, and they're as conservative and indifferent as they come. It's just that the rich and powerful in their fancy palaces live in a completely different world from us. There's always going to be some conflict when those worlds collide. Yeah, well, even though we all believe in Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, there are still many differences of opinion on how best to tackle the big issues of the day. Regular folk don't have an easy way of getting their voices heard in Snezhnograd, while the rich and powerful are either unwilling or afraid to speak out for all sorts of complicated reasons. The Rokad provides the disaffected with false identities and an outlet to vent their frustrations. Of course, an organization like that exists in a gray area. The moment the Veche think they've crossed a line, there's sure to be a crackdown. But so far, they've been doing their best to help the common folk. Like us, don't you mean? You didn't hesitate to join in. You're not new to this, I can tell.
That's because we're adventurers. It's our job to help people out with commissions and get to the bottom of things.
Sounds like we're going to get along. So, what's your business in Snezhnograd? Aside from taking your friend to see a doctor, of course.
I want to meet the Tsaritsa. It's complicated. I've had run-ins with many of the Harbingers along the way, and I really need to know what the Tsaritsa is up to. Her ultimate goal? What the no-sees mean in all of this? Since I've made it this far in my journey, I have to find the truth, whatever it takes.
Wait, so... No way. Are you who I think you are?
Sounds like you've heard of us then. We're getting more famous by the day.
I didn't realize I was in the company of giants. Honestly, we're all as curious as you are about what the Tsaritsa's planning, and why it has to involve us freezing to death in the snow. But getting in the same room as her won't be easy. The common folk aren't permitted to meet her at the best of times, and right now, she's probably not even in Snezhnograd. Word is, she's heading east on a campaign to slay a monster. Yeah, so you've heard of it. A wild, unpredictable monster with the power to summon snowstorms. It also absorbs everything around it into its body, so it's growing constantly. Now it's so big that the Tsaritsa has deemed it the #1 threat. Luckily, as it grew, it became increasingly less mobile, so it doesn't pose an immediate threat to this town or to Snezhnegrad. I'm sure that Tsaritsa and her personal guard, the Druzhna, won't have any trouble defeating the creature between them. It's just a question of how long it'll take. Suffice to say, you won't be seeing her anytime soon. You'll have to wait until she gets back. Fair. Well, the Fatui will be taking over management of the train station for the time being. Things should be up and running by tomorrow. Once it's open, we can see about getting your train towed to the station.
Whoa! That's gotta take a lot of manpower. Are you sure we can talk them into it?
The Fatui aren't exactly spotless in this whole mess. Plus, we helped them out. Should be easy enough to negotiate. As far as I know, all the paperwork is dealt with upon manufacture. I've never seen anyone check it, so I wouldn't worry. Having a train makes everything much easier. We'll reach Snezhnegrad in no time. I need to head there myself anyway. Got some game to trade for Mora. I know a good doctor in the city. I'll introduce you when we get there.
Oh, thanks so much. Let's get a good night's sleep ahead of our big trip tomorrow.
Drive carefully, all right? You don't want to end up in this situation again. Also, I don't think I've seen a train like this before. Is it a new model or something? Not a fan of small talk, are you? Anyway, take this. It's an up-to-date map of the Snezhnayan rail network. All the track switching is automated. So, as long as the train's moving, you don't need to worry about collisions or anything. We'll leave you to examine the train's conditions yourselves. Fingers crossed nothing's broken. I doubt Sir Tomoros has any engineers with experience working on this model.
Shouldn't be a problem. Thanks for everything.
All right then. Have a safe journey. And make sure to check everything's working before you set off.
Destination settings have been applied. Let's give this thing a final once-over and then head out. Goggles, your time to shine.
Affirmative. Running vehicle diagnostics.
What's this?
Engine, green. Wheels, green. Frame, minor damage, but no impact on function. Diagnostics complete. All systems nominal.
Neat! Huh. Paimon still can't get over the fact that you just found this tech lying around in a random cave.
I've lived in Snezhnaya my whole life, and I've never heard of an interactive, talking train autopilot.
Strictly speaking, I wasn't designed purely to drive trains, though I doubt you have any interest in navigating the practically unreadable operator's manual yourself. All configurations are complete. Should you require any further assistance, please call for the Eye of Grey.
Away we go! Oh, nope. Paimon's gonna find a warmer seat. Huh? What's going on?
Oh no.
What is this place? Traveler, are you okay? Paimon's still airborne, but it feels like swimming through thick, gloopy water. It's horrible!
Just our luck. Of all the things that could have gone wrong.
Alosha, you're Snezhnayan, right? Any idea what the heck this place is?
It's called the Shadow Realm. A place where no wind blows, no light shines, and no elemental energy flows. Even time itself doesn't exist here. It's a world where everything seems to come to a standstill. I've only seen it a few times before, and this is my first time inside. It's a dangerous place. Most people who get sucked into the Shadow Realm are never seen again, and the few who do make it back, they're never quite the same.
Huh? Then what the heck do we do now? Oh, maybe Goggles knows something. Goggles? Great! Now we're done for!
Hold it together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I heard a story once about the world of shadows. If it's true, there's a way to escape. We just need to find the exit. Come on, let's explore.
Look at these Fatui! It's like they've lost their minds!
Their shadows have been devoured. They're no longer amongst the living.
I'll take point.
I can't channel elemental energy here, but I have a few gadgets that still work.
Wait! What's that blue thing? Is that... Goggles?
Guess we'd better find a way over. This is the last one.
What do we do next?
Play it by ear.
Goggles!
Hello. I am glad to see the three of you safe and...
For now, at least. but things aren't looking too good.
Correct. We are now inside what is known as the Shadow Realm, the darkest space in the shell, where even the Most High is loath to cast its gaze. Time and space hold no meaning here. It intersects with the world of the Light Realm only rarely, like an air bubble that rises to the water's surface. We must leave this place before it sinks back down into the depths once more.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Yes. In fact, the very purpose of my creation was likely to... from the Shadow Realm. It appears that key data is currently inaccessible. But now is not the time to resolve that problem. I have marked the exit to the Shadow Realm for your convenience. In addition, I have prepared some equipment to aid you as you traverse the Shadow Realm, traveler. It may well be one of my core functions. Scan complete. Construction in progress. Activation code? We once peered into the past from the ruins of the shadows. This is what remains of the Golden City, Hyperborea.
Whoa!
Now go. Arm yourselves with weapons of the spirit. Bring down the walls of the stronghold, and extinguish the flaming arrows of the wicked.
Is this a gun?
In the Shadow Realm, where humans cannot channel the elements, there once was one who, after much research and many attempts, found this to be the most effective means of attack. Let's go. We don't have much time. When you encounter small obstacles, you can simply clamber over them. You can slide to navigate through low, narrow tunnels. Obstruction ahead. You may be able to use the explosives nearby. Shoot the explosives to detonate them and clear the path. Since elemental energy is unavailable in the Shadow Realm, ammunition is an important resource. You can replenish your ammunition at various supply points. For long-range targets, try using the scope to line up your shot. Many hostile units approaching. I suggest a new strategy. Take cover, and pick them off one by one.
advantage is ours! Charge!
Yeah. More enemies detected. Try attacking with the newly unlocked Assault function.
State number 2. Switch mode! Light him up!
Defenses have been breached! Taking cover! Can't take much more! Requesting backup! It's over.
Mind the rhythm! Mind the rhythm! State number 2. Back in business. Nice.
Aim at the freeze mark and pull the trigger to move using the rope.
Change your tactics.
Defenses have been breached! Can't take much
Light him
more.
up!
Where's the backup?
Gotta recharge! Switch mode! Charge!
Some supply points can restore a small amount of stamina. Press on. You should be able to use the prime ice construct left here to cover long distances. I recommend using this grappling gun. Such devices were originally used to secure structures in the Shadow Realm. If you detach the connected hook, the grappling gun will automatically fire a rope to another nearby hook.
Okay. So, we just remove this hook, right?
Nice.
Press the advantage!
It's over. It's over.
Sprint at the Prime Ice Launcher to reach high places with ease.
Charge!
Where's the...
Taking cover!
Not good. Over.
Yeah. Usable munitions detected. Frag crystal.